another NFR qualifier this year. You have watched her every round up to now run down that alley at the Thompson mat. Please give it up for four-time NFR qualifier Carlee Otero. Carlee, thank you so much for coming. We know that you guys are incredibly busy. What has this week looked like for you?
No sleep. Like literally, we get to bed, take care of her, we get to bed, wake up 5:30, 6 in the morning. We got the boys. They don't want to sleep. Vegas, they're loving Vegas and living it up like they were 21 and they're only 5 and 7.
How many kids did you bring?
All 5 of my kids are here, actually. So I don't have to take care of 2, but my goodness. But everybody's here. The whole family's here to support me. They're super excited about that. I'm real thankful.
You don't just have your 5 kids with you. You also have your husband who knows this arena very well. He has qualified for the NFR many times. He's won the Calgary Stampede, right? Or am I making some up?
No, you're making that up. He won okay. But he won Houston, won San Angelo, he's won Austin, he's won a bunch of the big ones.
What's that like having his support specifically here for you when you have to go out there and give your best 10 rounds in a row, whether you feel like it or not?
You know, he's the most positive person I've ever met in my life. It's really easy, as you know, in this sport to get down on yourself. There's a lot of competition, and win, lose, or draw, my deal is always like, you know what, just put a smile on your face. Luckily, you're not fined out a day, let you enter another rodeo, so you're good.
I could see that definitely, and I don't know what I would do without the support of my husband as well, like pushing you, because you guys, just because you qualify for the NFR doesn't mean that you feel 100% every single day. And I saw on Facebook that your daughter had posted that you actually have a fracture right now that has happened since the NFR started.
Yes, so I guess this is day 3, right before the barrel race. I was getting on the slide, getting ready to warm up, and he likes to bite. So he bit my colt that was standing next to him, and he went to kick it, and it puts me in the pelvis. So Justice Sports Medicine is amazing. They literally rushed to the trailer, took care of me. We got x-rays done. They were like, I'm not sure that this is good. We need to make sure there's not any internal bleeding. I'm like, I gotta run like in 20 minutes. So they helped me out. They got me put up on the horse. Other than it hurts a little bit. They're keeping me on some good pain medicine. I'm gonna get through.
Oh, you know, right?
Yeah, as long as I don't shift too much and I just walk like a statue, I feel good. So the 13 seconds on the horse I can manage. So I'm pretty tough.
I do have to say that a lot of the times when you ran here in the Thompson mat, it is a very low 13-second run. You have broke the arena record here previously. Is that one of your goals this year?
So I honestly came slice 6, and I thought this year is going to be just a learning experience for him, but he's taken it all in stride. He acts like he owns this place, and I'm so proud of him. I don't think it's out of character for him to come in here and be able to do that. Whether it happens this year or next, I think that he's the caliber horse that can definitely do that.
He's definitely one of my favorites to watch. Every single time that you run down the Thompson Mat Alley, I'm like, this could be an arena record. I tell everybody around me, this horse is so fast. You are the most amazing jockey I think I've ever seen anybody on, especially here in Las Vegas. If there is a horse that can ride an arena record, you are definitely the girl for the job.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. He's not an easy horse to ride. I feel like if we could get 3 really consistent barrels just once, our chances are a lot higher. But right now, I'm winging it. I'm just try to take care of me, and he doesn't. He just goes 9-0 all the time. That's just his nature.
For a little while, it kind of seemed like he was getting a little excited in the alley. Like your first round, I thought, oh no, I don't know if she's going to make it all 10. But it seems like he's actually starting to get his groove and get more comfortable down, the obstacle course that they do have to run.
Most definitely. Now, when he gets in there, I can feel him almost take a sigh of relief, like, okay, this is a safe spot. And then when we get to Tony up there in the corner, then I can feel him. He's like, oh, okay, we're next, and he starts getting anxious, but he's handling it so good. And I had somebody message me and say, is he refusing the gate because you're turned around now? And I said, no, it's because he wants to get in the arena and run. So I'm turning him around so that we can relax and we don't use up all of our energy.
Speaking of people messaging you during the NFR, you and I both have not been here. Well, you haven't been here for 10 years, right? Last time I qualified, we did Facebook and everything wasn't as big as it is now, and it's so difficult. Yeah, to have all the messages come in from people that you didn't even know you were friends with.
Yeah, you become friends with everybody instantly. Everybody knows you, and there are social media is fantastic, and it can be. But these 10 days, it can be really, really hurtful. Also, so I try to just sit through it. I ignore a lot. My kids get their feelings hurt more than I do. Obviously, you know, they're talking about you. It's not like they got to talk about somebody. And I got big shoulders. Let them talk about me so somebody else isn't dealing with it.
I do feel like, though, if you're being talked about, what you want to be talked about, who you want to be talked about from, are the other elite competitors. Because once you guys get to this level, we have all been humbled to a point of no return. Therefore, we're not the ones making fun of other people. We're not the ones that are saying, oh, it could be better. You should do A, B, C, D. We're just sitting there actually like feeling what you're feeling in that moment while we're watching it, because we're like, oh man, we've been there. Or, you know, but then also know that there's always a comeback. There's always a next step. How do you get through that specific adversity for yourself?
You know, that's exactly right. We get to that point where it's almost like having kids. If you ever say my kids will never do that, then you're just lying to yourself. Same thing here, because something's going to happen. Nobody ever has perfect finals. It's just we're riding horses that bleed red just like we do. So I take it one run at a time. And that's what you have to do. I feel like, you know, this is a marathon out here. And if you think about it too much, you will exhaust yourself.
Exactly. And what are your thoughts on the process, these next few rounds that are left? What is your game plan?
So my game plan is to just go in there and make the same runs that I've been making and give myself an opportunity to stay at least in that top 5 of the world standings. I came in 14th. So I'm just so ecstatic about being able to consistently place along. And, you know, honestly, this year, these 15 four-sibling girls, they're tough. It's tough every year, but I feel like this year, anybody could go in that arena and win first place.
Well, what was it, the night before last, where there was not one person that ran slower than a 13.8?
Yes, and whoever would have thought? I mean, it's crazy to me to think, because I have been around a long time, and I do remember this times previously, and I'm like, what is going on with these horses? It's a science now. They're like bred, like, I don't even know. It's like Elon Musk would make it or something.
We are going so fast. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what the speed is at this moment in time. Thank you so much for joining us, Carlee. You are one of my favorites. I love watching you run down that alley. I know that you were on the bubble last year. Just missed the NFR. What made you persevere into this 2024 season in order to snag your 4th NFR qualification?
So last year I was 5, and I went out thinking I'm just going to see how he takes rodeos, and then we just missed the finals. So this year I knew when they show you that, you have confidence. So I knew this year I was going to try harder, I was going to work harder, and no matter how good your horse is, it's hard. And so I just stayed with the program, and even whenever I was down on myself, I had Michael and my family and everybody saying, you're so close, just keep going, we'll take care of things at home. And I think you have to have that. This is not something you can do on your own. Anybody who says, oh, I got here because of me, they're lying. It takes an entire group.
It takes a team, for sure. And I think that's what people maybe don't realize, or they try to do it by themselves. And it's like, every single person, you guys might think that you're making maybe the smallest difference, or you're not making a difference at all for one of these competitors, but you 100% are. Even if you stop them in an elevator or walking down, you know, the Rio Casino, you say, you know, good luck, we love you, or keep going, anything, any type of encouraging words. The smallest acts of service are really what kind of keeps everybody going, especially for like the 5th round on.
Oh, for sure. You're exactly right. For anybody that sees any of the contestants in any events, just a nice word can really encourage anybody, you know, for the rest of their day, because you never know what happened the night before, and we beat ourselves up enough that we don't need somebody else, you know, tearing us down as well.
And there's always something going on that the public doesn't know about, or that we don't know about somebody else, especially like right now you have a hip fracture. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. And you're still one of the best jockeys. You still placed last night.
I almost fell off. So
No, you didn't.
I did. You replay it slow. I was like,
Can
oh
we
my
play
God.
that in some? No, just kidding. No,
I told Michael last night, I was like, I literally almost ate dirt at the third. I kind of got off kilter leaving the second, and my core, I just wasn't strong enough to get myself back up, which they've got me on painkillers. So I'm like, oh, just whatever. And then I got off balance, and I told my if I'd fallen off, I would have made the biggest scene. Like, they would have had to carry me out on a stretcher because I'm going to fall off and get hurt. But I'm not going to embarrass myself and just fall off. He's like, oh, Lord, please don't do that.
yeah, and it's gonna be embarrassing. We're gonna mouth that thing of it.
Exactly. I'm like, you better run out there and carry me out.
Well, it's definitely not what we're gonna see tonight. I know you're gonna go out there. You're gonna kill it like you always do. You're one of my favorites. You're these people's favorite. That's why they're here to watch
Thanks
you
for
tonight.
having me. I always love seeing you.
Thank you so much for coming, you guys. Carlee Otero.